Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently studying the book Advice to Students, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. In today's satsang, we will study what is success. Success has two aspects: relative success or success in this practical world, and spiritual success. Although your ultimate goal in life is spiritual success, to reach that goal, you must succeed in handling your practical realities with energy, skill, and imagination. There is much more to success than being a high achiever in a field of study or doing well in business. To be truly successful is to be able to utilize the resources of your mind and to unfold the latent talents within you. If you are a truly successful person, you enjoy a sense of freedom and create a feeling of harmony and peace around you. To attain true success, you must develop a balanced personality that is physically fit and mentally stable, a sound mind in a sound body. With mental stability as your foundation, you will be able to set the right goals for your life and make the self effort necessary to attain success in the practical as well as in the spiritual realm. So, thought power. There is a wise saying that you should commit to memory and reflect upon often. If you carry its messages in your heart always, you will be able to shape your thoughts as well as your future with dynamism as confident and confidence. You will be much more secure because your memory is sharp and you're able to recollect things. So, as they say, sow a thought and reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a trait. Sow a trait, reap a character. Sow a character, and reap a destiny. By the tiny seeds of thought that enter your mind, you are creating your future. There is a chain reaction that leads from what you think to what you experience as your destiny. In the first link of the chain, a thought enters your mind, and on the basis of that thought, you react, you act. For example, suppose you begin thinking, I'd like to be more saintly, like Mahatma Gandhi or perhaps Swami Vivekananda. In order to accomplish that desire, you set up a plan of action that will lead you in the right direction. You begin to organize your life so that your time is better utilized, and you vow to wake up early every day. Thus, on the basis of your thought, you begin to act in a different way. For the first few days, waking up early is painful and you feel sluggish. But if you persevere, waking up early eventually becomes your habit. Once that habit is formed, the day you oversleep, you feel miserable. You become accustomed to waking up early and doing some exercises, some puja, worship, some prayer, some repetition of mantra, a divine name or mystic formula. Performing these practices in the quiet hours of the morning when nobody is around to distract you gives you mental relaxation and peace. When you begin to appreciate this, the repeated action has become your habit. If a habit is sustained for a long time, it now becomes a trait in your personality. Those traits can cause an overhauling of your entire personality and lead to a new definition of what people refer to as your character. That character leads you to the destiny or future that you can experience and enjoy. With an understanding of this process, you find that you are the architect of your own destiny. If you know the mystic art of shaping your thought power, you can become whatever you want to be. For your thoughts to be effective in shaping your future, they must be clear and decisive. Once you have set a practical or spiritual goal, there should be no contradiction in your mind. Such internal contradictions reduce your thought power. For example, suppose there are two boats that can take you across a river and you have to decide which one to enter. If instead of wholeheartedly entering into one of the boats with both feet, you were to put one foot on each boat, and how would you feel? Where would it take you? That would not be the solution. Much in the same way, we should make a decision and then stick to it. First, think through the process, of course. Similarly, in order to succeed in your practical and spiritual life, you must be decisive and have clear thinking. Make a resolve about what you want to do, and then you get on with it. Let's move to a very important topic of willpower. You have amazing power within that has not yet been tapped. Whatever you want, you can get. However, often what you want consciously is obstructed by your subconscious. Many people don't realize that. Therefore, you will become weak and you don't get what you were after. If you are weak willed, although you may think of wonderful projects, you cannot succeed. You begin a new project or set a new goal for yourself, but then you forget all about it. If you have willpower, you sustain your effort until you have accomplished what you set out to do. If you receive criticism or encounter obstacles, you are not discouraged. Everyone wants to achieve great things, but those who succeed in doing so succeed because they have had the will to sustain their efforts. That is the difference between one who is successful and one who is not. Let's read a story. The man who wanted a tattoo. There was a young man who suddenly developed the idea of having a lion tattooed on the muscles of his arm to make him feel more heroic. With that idea, he went to the tattoo maker, who in olden days was would also be barbers. So the young man said to the this barber, he says, I am a lion among men. I want a lion tattooed on my arm. Very well, said the barber, and he began to prick the arm of the young man with his special needle and dye. Feeling that prick, the young man shrieked. What are you doing to me? The barber said, I'm making the paw of the majestic lion. Well, can't you make the lion without the paw? All right, the barber said, I will make just the face of the lion and not all the details. So the barber started pricking, and again the young man shouted, What are you doing now? The barber said, I'm making the ear of the lion. Can that lion be without the ear? The barber said. Okay, all right. I have never seen a lion without an ear, but I will try. Again he began pricking the young man with the needle, and again he cried, What are you doing now? The barber said, I'm making the majestic mouth of the lion. The man said, Let the lion be without the mouth. In disgust, the barber threw away his needle and said, How can there be a lion without a tail, without paws, without ears, and without a mouth? Thus, you see that the young man wanted to be lion hearted and have a tattoo to prove it, but he couldn't stand the prick of the needle. You can become a lion if you act like a mouse. If you want to attain greatness in life, then you have to endure some pricks in your life. Your will must be strong despite all obstacles. There is an interesting story that illustrates the power of patience and perseverance when all the odds seem to be against you. So let's enjoy this nice story. Once there was a conqueror who was defeated in a certain battle again and again. Eventually, desperate and full of despair, he went into a mountain cave to commit suicide. As he sat there contemplating his death, he saw an ant climbing and falling, climbing and falling. The ant went on doing this 7 times until on the 8th time he climbed up the wall successfully. Seeing this, the conqueror said, If I had as much patience as that ant, I could do it too. With renewed faith in himself, he tried again in battle, and this time he succeeded. Like the ant, You must have patience and persistence. You have the divine power within you. So if you persist, you are going to succeed. Learn to wait and watch. Do not allow your will to become weak because of obstacles on your path. Things don't always turn out the way you expect them to, even though you have worked hard and tried your best. When that happens, do not become upset. Pray to God and continue doing your duties. With patience, you will eventually succeed. Willpower can be developed by simple exercises of self discipline. If you have set a certain goal for yourself and you fail to accomplish it, discipline yourself in some intelligent way that will help to strengthen your will next time. Some examples: if you have vowed to rise at 5 a.m. for meditation and you fail to do so due to laziness, then discipline yourself by skipping breakfast that day or by not taking any sweets that day. Give up sugar for that day. Or if you require yourself to study more of your school and to finish your homework, then um, you can decide accordingly what works best for you. Study an extra 2 hours to remind yourself of that. If you discipline yourself this way, you will develop willpower. Suppose your words have hurt someone's feelings and you realize that you should not have spoken like that. Then practice mauna or silence for that day. Make a resolve that for 2 hours you will not talk to anyone. This will also develop your willpower. So there are different ways of how to be doing this. So we will continue this beautiful journey, and in tomorrow's satsang we will study memory power. So I hope you're finding these videos, daily satsangs, helpful in your daily life at any level, whether you are a successful professional or you are a student. These are universally applicable skills for all of us. Hari Om Tat Sat.